The Wolves by Sarah DeLapp. Trigger warning, there is talk of death, abortion, and statutory rape in this play. The Wolves is a tale of a soccer team navigating the struggle of being teens while at soccer practice. Each scene, which is referred to as a week, shows the players' warm-ups on the indoor soccer field, which are led by number 25, the captain of the team, and the ex-coach's daughter. Throughout the play, they engage in discussions about political issues, gossip, and periods, and take turns catching a cold.
In the first week, we see the girls discussing the Cambodian genocide. At the same time, numbers 8, 14, and 7 are convincing the religious number 2 into using a tampon. The new girl 46 makes a joke about number 7 being pregnant, and 7, who's usually hot-headed and sarcastic, is silent. Later, 00, the goalie with extreme performance anxiety, reveals that number 7 had an abortion.
In week 2, numbers 2 and 13, who is a little bit racist and a pothead, make fun of 46 for living in a yurt, a round tent-like structure commonly used by nomads. Number 11, who is extremely smart, calls out other players for being racist when discussing the capturing of young undocumented immigrants. We also begin to see that 7 and 14, who is Armenian, are best friends.
In week 3, 7 talks to 14 about her yacht birthday party, to which she has also invited 2 college boys. 14 is very apprehensive about this, as she does not know either guy. While this is happening, numbers 11 and 8, who pretends to be an airhead, joke about 46's living conditions, which pushes 46 to show off her super cool soccer skills before running off.
Before we find out that 7 tore her ACL at the game before her water ski trip. 46 gets subbed in, and 7 is jealous of her skills. After this, 7 and 14 begin arguing about the trip. We find out that 7 left 14 alone with one of the college guys who tried to make her perform sexual acts on him. It's revealed that someone told 46 about the abortion, and 7 is pissed. She claims it was just Plan B and says she quits the team.
Timeout, no week 5. Instead, 00 has a breakdown. The final week starts off real slow, the players trickle in one by one, but no 7 and 14. We begin to realize that one of the 2 girls got hit by a car and died. Much to our surprise, number 7 walks in. It's confirmed that 14 is dead, and all the girls who didn't get hit by a car do a primal team chant in honor of 14's passing.
The Wolves debuted at the Duke on 42nd Street Theater in 2016. The show won an Obie Ensemble Award and a special Drama Desk Award. It was also a finalist for the Pulitzer Prize for Drama, and was nominated for Drama League Awards for Best Play, Lucille Lortel, and a John Gassner Award for Outstanding New American Play. Now, for the setting.
The girls are seen in an indoor soccer field. Throughout the 6 weeks that we spend with the Wolves, there are no set changes, the season is always winter, and the girls go to practice every single Saturday. All that's given is a green soccer field, with the only real prop being a soccer ball. DeLapp wanted to give the idea that the soccer field was never ending, so there was no goal or bleachers, and if there was a back wall, it would be plexiglass.
While there are few biographical facts about Sarah DeLapp on the World Wide Web, we assume that she was born in the U.S. What do we base this on, you ask? She calls the kicky ball game soccer as opposed to football. However, according to an unclaimed knowledge panel on Google, she is 32 and was born in Reno, Nevada. We do know, though, that as of 2020, she was working on her MFA at Brooklyn College.
While we could not find 3 concrete facts about her life, we do find the lack of information on her rather concerning. Besides that, we were able to notice some significant choices that she made in writing the play. One was to only show events that took place on the field. If something important happened off the field, like 14's death, it wasn't shown and was discussed by teammates instead.
Another choice DeLapp made was to have different teammates involved in different conversations at once. This choice added a bit of realism to the play, as the dialogue felt very natural and made the play more relatable for the readers. In an actual performance, we think these choices would balance each other out. The audience would not be too bored due to the constant and overlap dialogue, but would not get overwhelmed due to the static scenery.
The biggest and the most evident choice that DeLapp made for the Wolves was to have every character addressed as their jersey number. The only people that actually had names were side characters that didn't have lines, like Kevin, number 13's drug dealer older brother, Coach Neil, who does not even coach, and Louise Peterson, the super punk new girl at school.
Not only did every character have different numbers, but they all had completely separate personalities that were solely expressed through their dialogue with one another. Well, besides 00, whose extreme anxiety got the best of her. DeLapp brings the truth to reality with her strong understanding of each team member and how they would respond in various real-life situations.
The ideograph presented on the left is the playbill from the premiere production at the Duke on 42nd Street that reads, "The Wolves, fierce, fearless females." The one in the center is the playbill from the Lincoln Theater Center production, and the one on the right is an advertisement from the Ensemble Theater Cincinnati production.
We personally believe that the ideograph utilized for the Lincoln Theater Center production is the most effective because the superimposition of the girls onto each other not only makes it look like they are playing soccer, but also that they may have been in a fatal accident, like a car crash, referencing number 14's untimely demise.
We felt like the ideograph on the left does not correctly represent all of the members of the Wolves. Not every character in the play is fearless or fierce. It takes away from the reality that not every person is strong and relentless. The image on the right, a photo with a girl holding a soccer ball, well, we just thought that was plain boring.
Overall, I thought that The Wolves was very touching, and it made me think deeply about the relationships that I have with my own friends. I also liked that each week a different player had the cold that was going around. I thought it was very relatable and enhanced the realism of the story. However, while reading the play, I struggled greatly with interpreting its dialogue formatting. Most pages had multiple columns of dialogue representing separate conversations taking place at the same exact time. While this would likely serve as a very useful guide for actors and directors trying to stage a production of the play, it made it much more difficult to read.
I completely agree with Jenna when it comes to piecing together each of the members' conversations. Despite the difficulty I had initially reading the play, I was able to go back to some memorable moments because of the formatting. For example, if I wanted to read number 2 and number 8's conversation, I'd look at the left column, and if I wanted to see number 14 and number 7 fight, I'd watch the 2022 Oscars. Although I initially gave this play a 4 out of 10, I will say that after analyzing it a bit more, I won't change my opinion. But I am able to appreciate the subtleties of characterization and the familiarity that it brought me with the many people that I have encountered in my lifetime. It definitely put the ow in the wolves.
Thank you, and here are our sources.